Now we're going to go into our parade of success that Megan's put together. This should be good. Thank you, Megan.
Thank you, Colin. Well, hello, and my name is Megan Blakehorst. I am a new development specialist here with Dane Buy Local. I also own 2 businesses in Madison, Absolutely Art and Mad City Bazaar. Absolutely Art, we go into local businesses and hang art and help curate shows and do opening receptions and events. And with Mad City Bazaar, we do pop-up flea markets around the area and help businesses get vendors together and work towards the future in Madison Public Market. So we got lots of different things going on, or I do lots of different things. Today I'm here though, I would like everybody that's in our parade to come up and join me up here if you would. Today that would be Jane and Kaz, Barbara, and Michelle. Last year we started doing the Parade of Success at the annual meeting because we wanted to give an opportunity for some of our members to talk about a success story, something that's been beneficial with their membership here with Dane Buy Local, and who to hear it better from than from the people that are having those successes. So we just start off our year to think about ways that we can collaborate, good stories, and just a good feeling to move forward into the year and help inspire us. When we talk about buying locally, we really think of it more as a mindset and a way that we really go about our daily lives. It's not just, I am making a choice, it's really walking the walk in what you believe and knowing that the impact is there, and the more that we connect with people, the more that we really shift our focus, it really shifts our lifestyle. And I'm going to pass this on to Michelle for her to give her success story.
Thanks, Megan, and thanks for the opportunity to talk about how Dane Buy Local is really important and has influenced WPS. WPS joined as a member in late 2014, and that's right when I started at WPS. I lead our charitable giving and community relations, and I took it upon myself right as I was starting. We joined as a member, and I said, well, for 2015, our goal is for me to be an ambassador for Dane Buy Local and to really spread the word within WPS to influence, especially those purchasing managers, to make decisions to buy local. Because what I experienced was that there was this perceived convenience that people felt that it was easier to go to a non-local business and buy the things that we needed to conduct our business. And my team's role was to change that perception and to change it to make sure that they knew that it's actually easier to choose a local business. So what we did is distributed business guides to almost all of our employees, including especially those purchasing managers. And I volunteered to be sort of the ambassador for WPS when people had questions about, okay, I'm looking for a restaurant, a local restaurant, can you make a recommendation? So almost every day I get a question about, hey, I'm going to buy this, can you recommend a Dane Buy Local business? So I'm thrilled to announce that really many of our purchasing members, our managers, have made the decision to buy more locally and consult each other about what kind of businesses that they're using. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jane Grafsum. I'm a bookseller at Mystery to Me, and I am stepping in for Joanne Berg, who's the owner of Mystery to Me. And Mystery to Me is an independent bookstore located on Monroe Street, just across from Trader Joe's, and you should all come in. We have not only mystery books, we have a local section, we have fiction, we have a great kids section, and we have nonfiction. So Joanne and I were talking about this, and so she was kind enough to write up a little something. And because I've only been there for 2 months. We've been, but I've shopped it before I got a job there. Imagine that. We've been in business since mid-June 2013, and we are doing great. As an independent bookstore whose main competitors are online retailers and big box stores, it's important for the survival of Mystery to Me to have community to have our community want to do business with us. The ideals behind what makes up Dane Buy Local is incredibly important to who we are. More often than not, our customers tell us that we make a difference to Madison and to Monroe Street. We make a difference by bringing people together to hear from some of their favorite authors. And since 2013, Joanne's hosted over 215 author events or special events in the store or down at Hotel Red, and which is amazing for a small bookstore. Sometimes with a bit of synchronicity, we bring together people who haven't seen each other for a while, and sometimes we introduce new friends. We make a difference by making individualized attention to everyone that comes into the store. We like to introduce new authors to people based on their likes and dislikes. We get to know what they like to read because we really do believe that what you read makes a difference. We make a difference by providing a bit of old-fashioned retail experience. We call it the Macy's and Gimbels effect. We will call around. We will track down the book for you if we don't have it. We provide customer service. We go that extra mile, like opening the door after hours to someone who is desperate for the next book in the series he was reading. How many big box stores do that? We're lucky to have Dane Buy Local. Many of our colleagues in bookselling world are doing grassroots work to bring something similar to their communities. The independent bookselling community gets to the heart of how important it is to buy local. And our community of customers continue to bring a smile to our face with how much they appreciate what it is that we get from shopping with us. People call us, stop in, and email to ask if we have a certain book on hand, and if we don't, could we order it for them? They tell us they have stopped shopping at Amazon because they realize that they can make a difference by shopping local. Somehow the word is getting out, and we appreciate it. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Barbara Bostad, and my company is Mary's Daughter. I'm a daily money manager for older adults and veterans. And I just have to say kudos to the Mystery bookstore. It's right down the street from me. I met a local author, Linda Abbott, and got her book and went to my first author reading. I loved it. It's now one of my favorite places. And so for me, Dane Buy Local has been a very, very special organization. Thanks to Colin and Mark and the people that are currently here. I was actually introduced because of Mary Crawford, who invited me. You know, I guess we were having that invite a new member, and she sponsored me the first year. I would never have known. I didn't know about you, us. And it was really very cool for me to be a part of this and to realize the potential for really getting the word out about buying local, because I was one of the folks who would do what was convenient and not think about what that meant for the bottom line for our community. And I'm a social worker, 40 years, and I'm community-minded. I'm an advocate, but I wasn't buying local or thinking through that. So this offered me a whole nother perspective that I am thrilled to share. And I think Colin knows I share it everywhere. I talk about it all the time. Last January, I happened to stop by Matrix Collaborative Solutions. It's a co-working space over on Odana. And I thought, you know, this would be a cool place for Dane Buy Local members to come to and maybe have a social. I put a call out to Colin. He met me over there with Tiffany Mark, the owner, founder of Matrix. And there was a social there. I was unfortunately on vacation in Cozumel. But I heard it was great. but how responsive Dane Buy Local is to members' requests. I think about KT, and I think one of the first meetings, I was so impressed with you and continue to be, but I had to make a difficult decision because I was looking at how was it going to streamline my life a little bit, be able to focus on my business, my clients, my veterans and adults, older adults, and I couldn't be in all the organizations I was in. So I had to make a decision about letting some go. And Dane Buy Local, I mean, it was tough because I looked at the value here and the value other places. And other places really benefited me personally, and it felt really good and it felt really nurturing. But Dane Buy Local, although it has all that, and one of my friends, Lori Carlson, is here, and she was one of my prime supporters to encourage me to come over. Step over on the wild side, she said. and really, can I do to really have an impact, a greater impact? And that's what Dane Buy Local offers me. I love networking and I love being with my friends and my colleagues, but this offered me a chance to meet new people, folks that I wouldn't ordinarily meet before, in other instances. And it's incredible, the potential. For instance, hearing about going into the various communities, I'm thinking Mineral Positives, Will Green, Darbo community. I'm thinking, yes, I'm thinking all the ways that Dane Buy Local is getting creative and moving forward. I want to be associated with that kind of organization. I want to be a member and encourage other people to become members. I was able to sponsor someone else this year, or last year, and that felt good. My friend Venus Washington, and it just feels great to be able to pass it forward. So when you're given an opportunity, share it with other people. And that's what I try to do with my clients and what I try to do with my colleagues and with my friends. So thank you so much. This has been a wonderful, for me, a success story because I see the successes of other people and I really share in that. I really love it and I think it's the greatest thing to do. And so whenever you have something that you're doing, I will share it, you post it, I will let the world know about it. And I really, really want to thank you so much for the opportunity.
Hi, I'm Kaz with Rosie's Coffee Bar and Bakery. Thank you, Megan and Colin, for having me up here. So my success story is just a fun one that I had just mentioned in passing to Megan and Colin. So the last morning breakfast that we had, that was the first time that we got to sponsor the breakfast. And that's been a fun thing to do. So today is our second one, and I don't think we ran out of coffee this time. And so I was telling them that after last time that we had sponsored the breakfast, we actually had people coming into Rosie's, checking it out for the first time. They had never heard of us before. They liked meeting me, they liked our product, and they were coming in and having their meetings. We're a good East Side meeting place with our Wi-Fi. We do have breakfast and lunch menu. And they just thought that that was a really neat story, that just one time of sponsoring a breakfast, I had new customers coming through the door. And so as a pretty new business, still we're not even at 2 years yet, that's the kind of thing that we need. So I know that they also come and have some of their meetings every quarter, every month. And I appreciate that Dane Buy Local is always supporting us. And on Shop Small Saturday, they shared our Facebook post on their Facebook. And so you're always watching out for me, and I'm like such the little guy here. So I really appreciate it. I think there's great value in Dane Buy Local for the big companies as well as the small companies. And for us to have new people coming into our doors just because we made breakfast and to support us, it really meant a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. And this was unintentional. I did have two men that were supposed to be part of this group, but they were not able to be here. So I think this happened last year. I do try and even it out and make sure that we have everybody represented, but we really do have a variety of industries represented today. And so to give you an idea, I do want to mention two things that came up while these women were speaking. One with Mystery to Me, they did a lot of help getting a special order book for my husband for Christmas and up to the last minute. And if Jane just started 2 months ago, she started during the holiday season, so kudos to her for making it through and standing here today, because if you know retail in the holiday season, you are busy. And then also, Kaz, when I had Absolutely Art on Atwood Avenue, one of my friends came in and she was telling me about this new bakery that was opening and she wanted to get her a little gift, and when we were talking the other day, it reminded me, and my friend Grace had purchased a gift for Kaz when she opened her shop, and she had mentioned something about that, and I was like, oh, and she also made a custom vegan wedding cake for our friends. So she does do a variety of work in that way. So I just wanted to share those two stories from some just conversation that came up. So just to remind you that these are success stories, and every single one of you have hundreds of success stories. And if there are things that you want us to share, if you're in the newspaper and we miss it or something like that, make sure you send it so we can share those success stories. We have a very active social media following, and we're very happy to post those. Sometimes we troll the internet for everything, but we miss some things. So if you have something, even in one of your industry magazines or things like that, that we might not catch, please make sure you let us know so we can share those stories and help bridge connections for you through through our work here at Dane Buy Local. So one more time, kudos to these ladies and for all the hard work they do and all the advocacy on behalf of Dane Buy Local and yumminess and beautiful things that they bring to the world. So thank you very much, and that is the end of our parade. Again, we're happy to share this with you if you have an opportunity to share it with your staff. We're happy to do so. Cheers.
Thank you, Megan.